Mimosas with Michael. Mimosas with Michael. Mimosas with Michael. Yay!
Do the first 5 minutes, right?
Well, I'll just talk. Well, that's how the show goes. We just talk.
Sweet.
So we're gonna take this as our toast.
Cool.
So
Toast.
people actually,
Cheers.
They like to hear our glass clink.
Yeah.
That's a really good mimosa.
Yeah.
This is like my 20th show, so I'm getting much better at that now.
Yeah. Well, I've never had a bad mimosas, though.
Wait, you've never met a mimosa you haven't liked?
I mean, how could you mess that up?
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Okay. You do have a good point there.
Yeah, unless the champagne's coming from Kmart.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Neither
We're
is it.
good.
I actually got orange juice too.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, this is Michael Cologne with Mimosas with Michael, and I'm here with Ryan Kendrick. Did I say that right?
Ryan Kendrick, yes.
Yes. Oh, it's just one Kendrick.
One Kendrick,
There's
yeah.
only one of you?
Like Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. And I met you recently at an event, and I thought you had great energy.
Thank you.
And he's just because the audience doesn't know, but he's really tall. He's muscular. He's got like these piercing blue eyes. I seem to always have guests with like piercing blue eyes.
Yeah.
And then I have to sit across from them and just be pierced constantly for 30
You're
minutes.
just straight pierced
Yeah, just
beams.
pierce.
Yeah.
But so you're friends with my friend Taylor.
Yeah.
And he's like, you gotta talk to this guy. He's really awesome.
Yeah. I love Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor's great.
It's crazy how me and Taylor met. I think we met through Facebook. Like, I've met so many people in these last few years.
Oh, dude, all my friends and guests I meet either through Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah.
Or the Twitter.
It's a great generation that we can do that because, you can kind of see what somebody's all about. And if
Yeah.
you've got, common interests. Like, I've got friends on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and Twitter that I've never even met, but
Yeah.
I probably know more about them than somebody I'm actually friends with.
Which it's interesting. Like I'll have friends, I guess within the industry, who will either add me on one of those platforms because of what I'm doing between the podcast.
Yeah.
And then what's interesting is, well, I've never met, but we know a lot about each other. And then it's strange when I'm on set with them. Because I'm like, oh my God.
Oh.
Like, wow, weird. I didn't, it's like,
Yeah.
I feel like I know you, but I know nothing about you.
Yeah.
Which is it's sort of surreal. I like that.
But you and me had a different vibe. It was like, open the door, hey, we're BFF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you were filming.
I was.
Yeah, so it was hard we only talked for a few minutes.
You're right, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you were running all over the place.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, the crew was like, where's Ryan Kendrick? And I'm like, oh, I'm over here just eating a bacon burger.
Oh, that's right. The food there was so good.
Yeah.
That event was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I love stuff like that. I mean, anytime you could be on the Warner Brothers lot, I mean,
Yeah.
take advantage, yeah.
And just meet other filmmakers and like-minded people.
For sure, and situations like this happen.
But yeah. Well, so you're like, I like Mimosas, I want to be on a podcast.
Yeah,
And I was like, all right. And I always like fun, energetic people.
for sure.
Because I think they're more fun that way.
I have a lot of that. Some people get irritated, but 90% of people love it.
No, I have the best
Yeah.
energy. I'm obnoxious all the time.
Totally, yeah.
And
You
so-
either love us or hate us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People tell me all the time, they're like, oh, you're so good at your job when I script supervise. But I tell people, I go, I'm really good at my job, but I feel like I get hired a lot because of my personality.
Totally.
Because it's like, I like to crack jokes and be silly. And
Yeah.
because, after like 12, 13, 14 hours, it's like, if you have a bad attitude, it's just it's a long time to be around somebody who was grumpy.
Totally. That's why I feel like a lot of, TV and film stars, they stick around the industry for 10, 20 years because they have that aura about them that people still want to be around them after 12, hours of being on a set and, emotions are flying high. But, the working actor really keeps that energy at a level where everybody can kind of come in together and keep it going.
Well, how'd you get into acting?
So I started taking acting classes at San Diego State.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
when I finally realized I'm going to graduate college and I know I'm not going to survive in the 9-to-5 Monday through Friday environment.
Yeah.
So,
Did you have a specific major you were doing at San Diego State?
Yeah, so public speaking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that, actually.
Yeah, so communication/public speaking, and I played 2 years of junior college basketball before I went to San Diego State. So transitioned over and then had just always wanted to get into the acting stuff. And I was like, I've got classes to take that,
Wow.
Can be acting involved. And then, boom, here I am now in North Hollywood in 2018 acting.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
I love it. And you just said you're a rapper, so I have to ask
Yeah.
about that because I think it's crazy.
Well, it's so funny. That was like my first sign of actually being an artist.
Okay.
Like
How old were you when you were rapping?
I remember like in 2001 in middle school,
Really?
you know,
Who-
being like 13, 14 years old, you know, listening to DMX's new album or,
That's
you know,
crazy.
the you know, Redman, Method Man, and, you know, all
Yeah.
the kids are just, you know, beatboxing. And I was the one kid that was like, dude, I'll actually spit some rhymes right now. And, you know, totally did it. So that was like my first sign of like feeling kind of artistic.
Yeah.
And then people were like, dude, you can really rap. And then in college, we would like record in like a closet, you know, while we're all drunk at like 3 a.m. And me and this
Yeah.
other guy would totally just be putting out singles and they were hitting.
Are you still doing it?
You know what?
I hope so.
I'm not like, you know, actively rapping, but I go to auditions, you know, where they need somebody to rap and, you know, I'll come in and spit a hot 16 bars and, you know, impress them out.
Hell yeah, that's how you do it. Oh,
Yeah.
So you can act, you can rap.
I can act.
What else?
I can,
And you
I can
play
rap.
basketball.
I can play basketball. I can lift heavy weights.
Okay. I can tell by looking at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can run very fast.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Running
I can
fast is good.
think very fast.
I can.
Yeah. And,
I can see that. Yeah.
and luckily I can memorize a lot. So that's required in this field, right?
Yeah. Well, not for me. For you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Thank
for
God.
me.
Well, because I'm the guy that if you have a line, I'm the one that gives it to you.
Exactly.
But I never have to. I'm always impressed because I work with some actors who can't memorize lines.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like involved at UCB theater, so you know
Oh,
the
good.
improving stuff, you know, came so quick to me. So when I'm on set, you know, shooting something, and you know it's feeling a little dry or whatever, I'll just, you know, improv a scene, and you know, it comes out great.
Dude, I'm so jealous of that because I've been told by many people that I'm funny.
Yeah.
But like, if you put me on stage, I'm not funny. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. Improv sucks.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just not. Maybe I'm just not used to it. Maybe it's something if I did often, I'd probably be better at it.
Yeah, maybe if you like really tried it and sought it out, that you know it would work. But it's such a different, you know,
can't do enough,
dynamic
yeah.
between, you know, stand-up comedy and improv, and then putting out funny videos on social media that are funny to people, and
Which I cannot do.
yeah,
I try to be funny. I just can't do it. I don't have that.
yeah.
I'm not funny in 16 seconds.
You know, I'll just take a clip of anything and just be myself. And some people are like, this guy's crazy. And then
Yeah.
the other 90% are like, we need another one. So
Those are the 90% that keep you going.
exactly. And, you know, they're the ones clicking plays. So
Yeah.
more videos are on the way.
Yes. And have anything you could talk about that's coming out recently?
Yeah. So
Let's talk about that.
yeah, I've got 2 features in post-production right now.
Fun.
Yeah, that are coming out soon. They're going to be circulating on a festival circuit.
Do you know what genres are they?
One is a sort of kind of horror.
I love horror, so let's
Yeah.
talk about that.
And another is a comedy.
Okay. Oh, good. So you're versatile.
Oh yeah, so I'll do it all. Yeah,
Perfect.
If I
Good.
gotta, you know, eat somebody's liver out of their body on a movie set, I'll do it. And
Good.
Then if I gotta be a funny guy, you know, that's
And then if you have to cry on cue.
yeah,
Okay.
and I can do that. Yeah, so I'm super emotional. But
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, so those a lot of, you know, commercial spots, and I'm creating my own content, and
Good.
I've got a Facebook TV series coming, and it's going to be called Valley Junk TV,
Valley Junk TV.
and it's going to be a sketch comedy TV series that we're putting on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's a good platform.
Yeah. So I'm doing it with my buddy Corey Jacob and Bobby Borelli.
Okay.
If anybody out there listening knows them, look them up. Corey Jacob's a pretty established actor.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah, the name sounds familiar.
Yeah. He was just on American Housewife, recurring, I believe, on ABC. That was his latest thing.
Nice.
But yeah, that, and then
Well, let's have you all on the show then.
for sure.
That'll be fun.
Totally, that'd be fun. And yeah, just auditioning a lot, you know, for big stuff, you know, big TV, film projects, you know, getting some, not getting the others, but keeping it going. I booked a role in a new Netflix series that'll be coming out pretty soon. Netflix bought 8 episodes. It's called First List. So
Okay.
just
I saw you post about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so one of the producers actually saw one of my videos and was like, hey, I've got a buddy filming a series right now and they need somebody to be a Secret Service officer. So it was like direct
so
booking.
cool.
Yeah, got paid and, you know,
And now
got to act and, you know, just it's
Bam, here we are.
yeah, it's the latest IMDb credit. So here we are.
And you posted your video on Facebook? No. Or
Yeah.
Inst-
Which video?
You said. the
Oh yeah,
producer-
so Facebook is where I've got the most attention.
I knew that, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they saw it on Facebook.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, I'm not one of these, you know, hot model chicks with, you know, 200,000 fake followers where
Yeah.
people think I'm famous and I'm not.
No, I know. I mean, even with the podcast, it's like every day I'm lucky if I get like one more. Because and that's the thing, is like growing. I want them to be real
Yeah.
followers, but I want the people who follow the show and or my personal account to like. It's like they follow me because they actually see I'm doing stuff.
Exactly.
So
And you
it's
know,
like-
I'm so like thankful for this Facebook following that I'm like, accumulating for somebody in my shoes, somebody, trying to break into Hollywood, on a serious note. And I've had a Facebook account since 2007, never deleted it.
Yeah.
All my friends are authentic. I've got like 3,300 people that I've actually met. There's a few people, that I haven't met, or actually a lot of people I haven't met.
Yeah.
But there's like, 2,000 at least that I know.
Yeah.
That I've met through the years, through college, the hometown I grew up in, and now.
Yeah,
but
of course.
it's just a crazy generation where, if you want to be, involved in TV, film, entertainment, media, music, whatever, if you don't have some sort of presence, it doesn't have to be huge, but you got to have some sort, and it leads to opportunities like this.
Well, I mean, and I've talked about this on past episodes about the importance. I had to learn it too. Because I'm not old, but I'm not young. I don't usually give my age, which I don't care. But
dude, aren't you 21?
Yeah, that's why I'm just old enough to drink this mimosa.
Yeah, you're so excited to get these mimosas.
I'm like, finally, I could go
on
on the air.
Wednesday at 4 p.m.
I know.
Or 6 p.m.
And so, but I had to learn how to do. Social media from when I work with a lot of YouTubers.
Yeah,
because it seems easy, but then I mean. The plus side is that you get a lot of people who pay attention.
Yeah.
The sort of not plus side is it takes a lot of work. Like you have to always constantly. So it's like, but it's good for people like who are actors because you're always trying to create anyways.
Totally.
So I think it's a good way to sort of keep yourself like trying new material.
Yeah.
In a sense, like, hey, I'm thinking about this. I mean, so I think there's always ways to be creative about doing it. It's just like how do you stand out from everybody else?
Totally. Yeah. I mean, you definitely got to find one thing and stick with it. And me being an actor, I'm trying to not be that guy that has 1 million followers and he's known for walking into Starbucks with his shirt off.
Yeah.
Because then you kind of get known in the TV film world as that guy.
Yeah.
And, I'm not that guy. So basically with my social media, from YouTube to Instagram to Twitter to Facebook to Snapchat, I just basically post appropriately, hoping a director, writer, producer, casting director is wondering about Ryan Kendrick, and if they Google me or they go to my, social media, they'll be like, oh, this guy's an actor. Here's his headshot. Here's an acting video. Here's him on set. He looks professional. There's a link to his YouTube channel. So I've kind of used social media as almost like an available video resume in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you could tune into Ryan Kendrick if you want. I don't have, 1 million followers, but you can see some funny shit.
And it's out there.
Yeah.
You have talent.
And it's out there.
Sometimes you have real talent, which is great.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So, in this TV film world, in Los Angeles, you've got to put yourself out there, whether it's on a stand-up stage or a podcast or a Facebook video on a personal page account. So,
what you said. That's what, so like, there's a lot of things about me as a writer, as a director, and then as a filmmaker, but then I kind of do the podcast, and that's where I kind of tie in, I kind of loop everything together because I talk about everything anyways. With it, so it's sort of like that's my medium. It's like, well, I picked it.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I would have fun with it. I didn't know if it'd be successful, but I'm having fun, and it seems to be successful, so I going to keep doing it.
It's so much fun. This is the first podcast I've ever done.
Ever?
And and I mean, it just,
Well, let's cheers to your podcast virginity.
Let's
I love
make
this.
sure they hear it. Yep. Boom. Yeah, so podcast virginity is popped, guys.
Well, I'll have to connect you to other podcasts then.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, there's several out. There's so many out there, and they're always looking for good people.
Exactly. But, I felt honored for you to, let me come on. And
dude, you have great energy.
Thank you.
And I want my audience to meet you.
Yeah. So I appreciate it. Everything on social media is at Ryan Kendrick TV.
Perfect.
But yeah, I mean, it's just, you've got to be doing everything. Podcast, Facebook, Instagram, stand up, improv, all that if you're a talent.
What's so great about this is because I am on iTunes and everything, but also it kind of lives on SoundCloud. Yeah. And what's great is a lot of these platforms have a way for you to embed stuff. Yeah. So while you're building your presence, like if people want, like there's like a space on your website, it's like Ryan Kendrick's press, and then you could put like all of these things. So
it's great.
So even if like 4 years from now, people can go back and go, oh my God, what is this thing that he did that's so funny? Yeah. Like, this is when he first started out, and oh my God, he's a rapper. Yeah. Like this is when he first started. Totally. And so that's sort of one great thing about this sort of digital age is it's great. The stuff you're doing is I don't plan on taking this down anytime soon.
Oh, no way. I mean, it's only going to evolve and get better. And I mean, I've got some, friends and acquaintances down here, they say they're trying to break into the acting world, but they're not really all out there. Yeah. And if you're trying to get discovered in LA, I mean, you better be having videos of, you know, theatrical content or comedy content floating out there, whether it's a podcast or YouTube, because at the end of the day, if producers aren't calling on you to give you $100,000 check to be in a movie, you've got to bust your butt to get yourself out there.
Well, it's because they're... Well, and this is... I talk about this a lot with other actors, the fine line between how... a lot of producers are moving into, well, these people have 4 million followers, so they're definitely, that means there's a potential of 4 million people to see this movie. Except then a lot of those people can't act. Because maybe they're doing pranks or they're doing specific something that's not relatable to a film. But they have the audience, and it's like it's sort of like a double-edged sword, because those people like you who are actually talented can't get that role. But then it's like, then there's crew members who just sit there and we have to look at it and go, like, you're making our day a little longer.
Exactly. But
then there's just, and I've seen both sides, and then there's those few of them that you just come in and you're like, holy shit, like, you're actually really good. I worked with a lot of them. I'm just like, okay. So you run the gambit, but it's always interesting how you have to try even to get a few 100,000. I don't know why you're breaking my microphone.
Yeah, no, it's good. Maybe I was rapping too hard.
No, you just have like a lot of energy. It doesn't want to.
Yeah, it's like just totally.
You don't even need it.
An energy wave.
You probably don't even need it.
Yeah, I think there we go.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine.
But yeah, the follower thing, people getting movie deals and all that.
Yeah,
it's very rare though that you see that, but you do see once in a while. Like I think the guy King Batch or something.
King Batch,
yeah. I think he's got movie roles out of that, and I'm sure he's got a great offer for every movie.
Well, he's like 15 million followers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I feel like most of those people, the world that they're entering is just advertising.
Yeah.
And somebody like me who grew up just, loving sitcoms on ABC and the Boy Meets World stuff and John Travolta movies and stuff like that, where I'm so passionate about, letting the world see Ryan Kendrick, the actor, on screen.
Yeah.
People like me fall in such a different category, I feel like, than somebody who's just goofy on social media, because they'll never really successfully make it theatrically, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope they do. I hope nothing but the best for everyone.
Of course, yeah.
But there is that difference where when it does come down to, drama or comedy, who's got the best chops or this or that, some of those people, all right, they're good for this one scene, in a bar in a movie, but
can they carry home?
Yeah, can they carry? Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's... And that's the thing, is like a lot of online content, even though it's there, it's like, it's not something like, we always have the TV playing on the background like during holidays and stuff, and it's like that kind of stuff you're not going to see, like that's not going to last 20, 30 years from now. Like, so I can see how you would think that. And that's interesting sort of to look at too.
It really is, yeah. I'm trying to think of somebody, like, who's the latest, Instagram famous person or YouTube that has.
We might be too old to answer this question.
I think I'm too old, and I'm not revealing my age, but
so it's like, but I think King Bash is one of the bigger ones now.
I saw him DC Young Fly. I think he's an Instagram famous guy who I saw on a billboard in North Hollywood. In a Danny Glover Christmas movie.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, that was something I saw. But I'm trying to think of other ones, and it's almost like, they just mostly get these advertisement deals, which is where the big money is.
Yeah.
But how long will that last?
And so it's interesting, because I always meet a lot of young filmmakers that are like, what can I do to get myself out there? And I'm always like, put yourself on YouTube and Instagram, because I don't want to discourage people from doing that, because it's such a great medium to but I guess it's different than someone vlogging, as opposed to like someone actually showing like, hey, by the way, I can sing, or I'm funny, or look at me act. But the thing is, like you're saying, you're probably getting a lot of advertising stuff, but they're probably so hungry for like actual real roles and stuff. Like the stuff that you work hard every day to go to acting class for. Yeah. Because that's the stuff that you can really sink your teeth into. Like,
exactly.
Like where you have to, because I've been on sets where like the actress has to go off in the corner and just like get in that dark space or that sad place. And that's the kind of stuff you don't always get that. So
exactly, and there's something to say about auditioning for a role and booking it. It's a great feeling, when you are in LA and you're passionate and you're pounding the concrete and you're going through agents and managers and trying to find the perfect fit. There's something rewarding about booking that role, and then especially when you get to the series regular and the movie star level. I mean, it's got to be such a rewarding feeling, that. I don't think a lot of those reality or Instagram famous people, will ever experience.
Yeah. Or that we hope. We hope the best for everybody.
I'm sure they're experiencing a Rolls Royce and a $2 million Beverly Hills house after Target gives them a bunch of money to.
And they travel all over. Yeah,
exactly.
They do brand ambassador stuff.
Yeah, but it's almost like they're into. It's like the reality stuff. Yeah, it's like the reality TV has now turned into Instagram or YouTube, and
it's also, I mean, in this political climate, it's sort of become real life as well.
Yeah,
in that sense. So
yeah, for sure,
we're around it a lot.
Yeah,
per se, I guess.
Definitely.
So what role have you not played that you want to play?
So I've done a lot of stuff. I've done, detective, FBI, all that. Okay. I've done a gay guy. I've done over the top comedy bozo guy.
Nice. Okay.
I've done cowboy, Western guy. Something though that I think I want to do is probably something a little sci-fi based.
Oh, okay.
That'd
be cool.
Yeah, I think it'd be really cool if I could be in a Ridley Scott alien movie.
All right, so we just gotta send this to Ridley Scott.
Yeah, so Ridley Scott, I know you're listening. I know you're
a fan of the podcast.
You're putting in that $1 million offer for Ryan Kendrick. So
you can find him at Ryan Kendrick's TV, or you can just hit me up at the podcast. I will definitely forward the email.
Yeah, just give the money to Michael, and he'll give me whatever I deserve.
I think you deserve it all.
Yeah, but I think one thing that I'd want to play that I haven't done yet is like a sci-fi weird. Alien type thing. Whether I'm searching the alien or being hunted by the alien or I am the alien, I think that'd be something cool. Like the Battlefield Earth that John Travolta and his name did? Forrest Whitaker. Yeah. Remember that? That'd be fun. I mean, that's something I haven't even touched yet. That Well,
I mean, you're still young and you're just you're going. So
totally.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
You can play some sort of captain maybe.
Totally.
And like the Jean-Luc Picard, where you just go and
definitely
get me out. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, let's hire him for sci-fi.
Yeah.
This guy's a great look.
Yeah, Battlefield Galaxy 2.0.
Yeah, I think we just created something here.
Yeah, it's gonna get pitched after this.
No, someone's gonna steal it. Like, where'd you hear about it? I don't know. It just came to me one day while I was driving in my car.
But I feel like actors, you want to get as uncomfortable as you can with a role.
I don't know if all actors feel that way.
You feel that way. Well, I feel like once you immerse yourself in an uncomfortable situation as an actor, you find out things that you didn't know you could do, and it strengthens your craft. And maybe I didn't know I could be this creepy, but I really was, and I just found a new tool in my hardware kit as an actor.
But I think sometimes people. Okay, so I feel like there's two different kinds of actors. There's people who actually want to do it for the craft, and then there's the people that just want to do it because they're on camera and they're famous.
Totally.
So I mean, and I have worked with both, as I'm sure you have, even as co-stars, and sometimes you're just like it's so frustrating because you have to act across that person who just wants to be on camera, and then they're not. It's just got to be the most frustrating thing. I know it's frustrating as crew. That's why I say that.
No, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I've definitely been booked on some projects where they brought in somebody who has 500,000 followers on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah.
And just to see, I mean, not all of them, but the diva-ness, that comes with that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I come from humble beginnings, and my parents taught me to work hard and be nice and this and that. Especially my mom, she's like the nicest lady ever.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in the Bay Area in a town called Pleasanton.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's only 5 hours north of here in a car. Yeah, I'm like, the minute that I get that, ball rolling where I'm able to, get these big roles and, be series regular, lead on this and that, I'm just so ready to be the most humble, nicest guy. Cause I know you hear these stories of these actors that, once we're on top and then it's gone.
Yeah.
And I just can't.
Easy come, easy go.
Yeah. I couldn't even imagine that feeling. Cause, right now being somebody who's working so hard to get up the ladder and then lose it, for something dumb or.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Exactly. Yeah. And you got all these, creeps, the whole Me Too movement with, all these, weirdos getting exposed. I think it's great because it, makes room for, classy guys and classy girls to step up and, be professional.
Well, and it also helps because I know women have been struggling to get noticed for so long.
Yeah.
And it's great that there's all the people. I always tell people I don't ever want a job because I'm white. I want a job because I am the right guy for the job. Like totally. I have the right talent and I think that should be the same for women and across the board.
Totally.
And it's interesting because we're going through this, and I feel like it's sort of. I feel like it's going one way at first. Like a lot of white guys are like, "Oh, well, we have to be diverse right now, so we can't But I think it's going to start leveling out now. Where it's going to level the playing field, and it's like, it should just be like a role between, we have two guys, one's black, one white, but it doesn't matter if they're black or white. It's just like, this guy is so much better for the role. He just happens to be black. Like,
totally.
It really should be that, in my honest opinion.
And yeah, to follow up with that, I mean, in 2018, I feel like our society will never get better until we realize we got a black guy to cast and a white guy to cast. Let's just pick whoever we think's better. Yeah. Rather than, we need this or we need that. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, I feel like, in the past, white people have definitely, had more of the roles. And I think it's great how people of color, are getting, big roles right now. And, there's the diverse push and the ethnic push and stuff. And, I'm seeing that, where I'm not going out, for as much stuff as, I'd like to, because there's an ethnic push. Yeah. But, I feel like, once we can get on a level where it's, everybody's treated even, it's like we've got a show to cast. Everybody's got an even shot at it. We're gonna judge off talent or just who in our eyes we like the most, rather than let's pick this. We got to pick this. We got to pick this, or we got to pick this. Like, how about no? Let's just everybody be created equal, how we're supposed to be created. But when everything goes topsy turvy and one's up and one's down, it's it's kind of like
that's what I'm saying. It's gonna have to like balance out.
Exactly.
But that's good. It's good that they're finally starting to be pushed out there.
Exactly.
And we're starting to see, we just had an Academy Awards that was probably one of the most diverse we've had in so long.
I loved it, yeah.
So there's that. And then now, I think in the next couple of years, we're going to start seeing that sort of drawback, and people are going to go, okay, here's the 4 candidates we want for this role. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Let's cast the best talent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or whoever the eyes of, the producers feel is the best talent, because that's all subjective, Correct. Somebody could say I'm a bad actor. Somebody could say I'm a great actor. Yeah. That's the one thing that's funny to me about acting, Like, I've got, some friends, back home who are probably like, dude, his acting videos suck. Right. But then, I'm at, Warner Brothers auditioning for something, and I just had casting for Warner Brothers be like, you were amazing. So,
well, I think art is subjective.
It's totally subjective. And that's why I've kind of put myself all out there with these videos and stuff like that, because I'm like, I'm confident in what I can do. Yeah. And, I know the right person, will see it to give me that big break. So you definitely got to,
I get feedback on the, I've got feedback as an artist, but I also get feedback on the podcast. And one of the feedback I got was, you need to be more funny. Oh. I was like, all right. I mean, that's such a strange thing. Yeah. But I said, I mean, it's not like we're talking about, we're talking about serious topics. Yeah. I'll be funny. I try to be funny as much as I can.
Totally.
I don't think I'm unfunny. Yeah, I don't think I'm unfunny at all. But,
and that's just another person who, feels the need to, kind of throw around. I've always been one of these people where I never like to throw kind of hater comments out there. It
gets you nowhere.
It's like, all right, maybe if the person is, trying to do something in the category of being funny, and then for someone to say, oh, you're not funny, I just don't have that in my heart, but we're in a generation of, keyboard thugs where, people are behind a screen like, ooh, I'm going to bring this person down. And I'm just so glad I've never, been that type of person, neither of you. And
well, I'm from a time when we used to talk on the phone and write letters.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I miss that time.
It's so hard because I can't, I can text really good, but I can't hide. It's so hard to everybody just hides behind it. It's so frustrating.
It's weird. And with social media too, you've also been able to see I feel like you can see who wants you to succeed versus who doesn't. Like, I can see on my social media, my friends, I treat everybody with the same respect. Of course. I'm pretty down to earth. And to see some of my friends, send me messages like, dude, that video was so funny, post another one, versus somebody who doesn't want to acknowledge me at all. And it's like, dude, I know you saw the video, you know, and I'm hyping you up. But social media is funny how it's caused, the frequency and relationships between friends.
And and it's sort of, I mean, for something that's so social, it's very antisocial, I guess, in that way. Yeah. And, how we have to try, we have to post something and hope that we get a lot of likes because we need that validation, which is interesting because it's probably why we do art.
Exactly. But, it's funny how art is now tied into that. Yeah. So, I'll have some friends who are like, oh, Ryan Kendrick is baiting for views and likes. When it's in reality, I'm trying to get somebody to see me to put me on their show. Yeah. When I was living in the Bay Area before I moved to L.A., I wasn't doing that. Yeah. I didn't care. Yeah. But when you're in entertainment and stuff like that, art has now turned into views, likes, subscribers, this and that. So that's why people like you and me were in here, busting out a great podcast and getting more people to follow in, and I'll post it and more people will subscribe.
Yep.
Exactly. So it's good and bad, just like everything.
I know. It's the same reason why the studios try to put out stuff to make money.
Yeah.
And it's all business. But I hope that in the process we make good things that people want to talk about.
Totally. And I think this is like as organic as it's getting. We're really, hitting the pulp with some conversations.
I'm all about it being organic. That's why I tell people, they're like, what do you want to talk about? I was like, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Because what I like about this podcast and the most of the feedback that I get on it is I just pour us a glass, like a mimosa, we just talk.
Yeah.
We can talk about anything. I don't care. We didn't have to talk about acting at all. It just was like, what's on your mind today?
And it's funny, when I walked in and we were kind of like approaching the question of what to talk about, and we didn't even really bring it up. We just kind of turned it on, hit record, and here we are nonstop talking.
I know, and we've actually...
What are we at?
Just now hit it. We're about time.
Yeah.
It goes fast.
It goes fast, so...
It goes so fast.
I'll be back.
And I know, and I love it because I have the best time, and I'm getting into it, and then I keep looking at the clock, and I'm like, ugh, it's time.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that...
It's like sad. It's like a movie's over in the 90s.
I know. I look at it because they used to be like 24 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I used to record at a different location, and the other guy would watch my clock, and now I'm here by myself. And I've noticed when I go to edit them that they're like 10, 15 minutes longer.
Yeah.
So thanks, my audience, for listening longer. But I do think, because when I first started, I could only have people on the phone.
Yeah.
So it was really hard. And then I found this space here, and
This is a great space. I feel like I'm in Lake Tahoe right now.
No, these people are great. I worked on that movie right there, House by the Lake.
Dope.
Yeah, that's how I know them. And I give them press all the time. So
yeah.
But they have this great setup, and he's like, come over here. So I just come over here and hang out.
Yeah.
And podcast.
It's great, man.
Thing. So tell us one more amazing thing before we... Like, what advice would you give to anybody? That's my favorite question to ask.
Yeah. The advice I'd give to anybody is... And I wish I would have known this more before I moved to L.A., but, life is so crazy. But figure out what you want to do, even if it's far-fetched, and chase it. Do it as hard as you can. Mm-hmm. Be as smart as you can. Keep a business mind about it.
Yeah.
Be able to put yourself out there and really make it happen, because being in LA and seeing, people's dreams really come true from nothing to something is such an amazing thing to watch. And being, an up-and-coming actor, ready to hit it, I'm, doing it every day and living it.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, the advice I always give, which is one of the hardest things, is, and I have to tell myself this all the time, is you can't be afraid of no.
No,
And you can't be afraid to not succeed.
Yeah.
Because someone asked me one time, I did a podcast for a gentleman who was doing, he does a podcast for entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And he's like, what advice would you give? And I'd be like, just don't be afraid to fail.
Yeah.
I said, because I think that so many people are afraid to start because they're afraid they're going to fail.
Exactly.
But it's like, starting is such a huge part of the battle.
Yeah.
And there's times that like, and you could probably attest to this being an artist, like sometimes you'll have a couple of weeks where you're just like, fuck everything. It's like, it's been so tough. I'm getting no after no after no after no after no.
Yeah.
It's like, why do I keep doing it? But then at the end of the day, it's like, what else are you going to do?
Well, that was my whole thing. I was like, you know what? I've always been an outlandish guy, and TV, film, entertainment is the only place I'm going to be.
Yeah.
I tried to do the 9-to-5 cubicle thing.
Oh, so did I for 11 years.
I tried. I only lasted 3 weeks.
Really?
And then
I lasted 11 years.
I fled to L.A. Yeah,
good for you.
But I had always wanted to do it since I was a little kid. But follow your passion, as corny as it sounds. Yeah, and here I am, auditioning for TV, and I was just pinned for a movie with Tom Hanks.
Good for you.
Yeah, so I'm at a position where a few years ago I didn't think I would be, and I'm just always looking up the ladder, ready to hit the next level.
Well, I think that's a great way to end this.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Let's toast again.
Final cheers.
Yay.
Love it.
So you can check. Well, give your Ryan Kendrick's TV.
So I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat at Ryan Kendrick TV.
And we'll put all that on the website.
Thank you.
Oh, no, my pleasure.
Yeah, this is great.
Oh, thank you. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher Radio. We're on Google Play. I always put it on YouTube. We're everywhere. Instagram, Twitter. If you can't find us, you're not looking hard enough.
Yeah.
So anyways, you guys have a great day, and thank you.
See ya.